So I really wanted to do something to introduce myself to Spring Retreat 2006.
I was very excited when Steve brought me onto this project to help him out.
Dan was really a pleasure to work with. The feedback we received on his sleeping during the middle of the day character during the fall retreat video was really phenomenal.
When Steve told me the concept of this project, I told him we should make this documentary. This one right here.
We figured the best way for me to do this was to make this documentary a video about me introducing myself.
I suggested to Steve that he should start off by telling a little about himself.
Hi Spring Retreat, my name is Steve Michaels. I'm a sophomore here at the University of Minnesota. I'm a history poli-sci major, and I currently live in Sanford Hall.
We got off to a pretty good start. Steve introduced himself rather well, but then I thought we ran into a couple problems.
At one point I was talking, and I just completely forgot what I was going to say.
And then there were times when Steve would become completely unprofessional to work with. Though he eventually did get his act back together.
So then I remembered what I was going to say. Dan and I felt that all good documentaries have certain elements that we wanted to incorporate.
A lot of documentaries you see have behind-the-scenes footage. They show you a few angles audience may not usually see. And then you also get to see things like people getting ready for a shoot. Now, Steve, I feel for this project we really need to keep your typical boorish tomfoolery to a minimum.
You see the new Sky Mall here? Look, they've got the spiral staircase for pets.
You also see that they have a webcam that's shaped like a puppy.
Well, that doesn't compare to the voice-activated R2-D2.
And the perfect corn dogs direct from your kitchen.
You know what I'm in the mood for, Dan? An ice cold Coke. Another concept we wanted to incorporate in our documentary was the idea that I would be talking about something about myself. For example, I'm a big Milwaukee Brewer fan.
And then it'll cut to me, and I'll say the exact same thing that Steve just said, except I'll say it slightly differently. I'll talk about how he's a huge Brewer fan, he loves Prince Fielder, young prospect, and always has great hope for the team.
Then it'll cut back to me, and I'll not only talk about how I'm a fan of sports, but I'm a bit of an athlete myself. I was a hockey player in high school.
And then I'll come back on and I'll talk about how Steve wasn't just a great forward at hockey for 4 years at Connemara in high school, but how he also plays on District 5 Purple team here at the University of Minnesota in intramural leagues.
Then it's going to come back to me, and I'm going to elaborate on the District 5 Purple team. The District 5 Purple team is part of the UAHL here at the University of Minnesota. We took second place in the regular season this year and are looking to have a great season next year. If there's any prospects out there, come talk to me.
And then it'll come back to me, and it'll continue to go back and forth and back and forth, and it'll go to me and then go to him and then go back.
It's going to go back and forth, over to me, back to him, over to me, back to him. And then finally, I'll finish saying how I really like sports.
There were some problems between me and Steve, though. I felt things began to heat up as shooting went along, and there was friction between the two of us. I felt that Steve kept letting the fact that he is a huge nerd affect the production. did not commit to a single outfit. And I believe that he has the professionalism and maturity of a junior high school student.
Oh, my arm! Working with Dan a second time around, I learned that Dan is a total control freak. Oh, come on! There's also the fact that Dan refused to wear pants and spent time on the set conducting vital personal business.
Hello, Skyball. Question. I'm not currently in the air. I was wondering if I could still order. Oh, okay, good. I would like to purchase the lightweight pet stroller. Yes, on page 27.
So despite everything, I feel like we were able to make a good video introducing me, while in the process making a good documentary of the video introducing me. So I hope everyone enjoys Spring Retreat 2006.